If you've found your way to this question, you're likely standing at the intersection of longing, confusion, and a deep intuitive knowing that something far larger than romance is unfolding. The twin flame journey can feel intense and destabilizing, not because of the other person, but because of what the connection is designed to activate inside you. And yet, the most common question remains: how do you make your twin flame stay? Paradoxically, the answer is simple, but it isn't always easy. You make your twin flame stay by letting them go. This doesn't mean cutting them off, forgetting them, or pretending the connection never existed. In a previous discussion, I explained why you can't actually let go of your twin flame because your twin flame is you. You cannot let go of yourself. What you can let go of are the attachments, expectations, and emotional gripping that distort the connection. The soul doesn't care about outcomes, timelines, or whether the two of you end up together in a traditional sense. And so, if you truly want your twin flame to stay, you have to release your attachment to what staying even means. The irony of the twin flame journey is that what you chase runs, and what you release returns. Not because of some energetic game, but because the connection reflects your internal state with brutal accuracy. If you're clinging to the idea of your twin, obsessing about what they're thinking, or trying to control how the connection unfolds, you're essentially pulling the connection out of alignment. You let them go in the sense that you release the mental tension around them. You stop worrying about what will happen because the soul has never been concerned with outcomes. It only cares about alignment, truth, and authentic spiritual growth. When you stop gripping the story, you stop suffocating the connection. When you stop worrying about losing them, you stop resisting your own path. And when you stop treating the journey like a relationship to secure, something profound happens. You return to yourself. If you want your twin flame to stay, the single most important step is also the least glamorous. Stop obsessing. You've probably heard this before, but let's be even more direct. Stop consuming endless twin flame content online. It will make you crazy. You don't need another sign, another tarot reading, another divine feminine and divine masculine update, or another runner chaser analysis. The more you feed your mind with these narratives, the more disconnected you become from your own intuition and grounding. You begin living in a fantasy-fed anxiety loop instead of an authentic spiritual awakening. You also need to stop watching their every move on social media. Stop wondering who they're talking to. Stop analyzing their posts or their silence. Remember, they are you. Whatever they are doing, even if it triggers you, is ultimately happening for your shared soul's evolution. What you perceive as good or bad is irrelevant from the soul's perspective. Everything is purposeful. Everything is aligned, even when your mind doesn't agree. And perhaps the most important behavioral shift: stop texting them. Not as a manipulation tactic, not as a silent punishment, and not as a game. You stop texting because you pull your energy back into yourself. You stop outsourcing your emotional regulation to their responses or lack thereof. You create space for clarity. You allow the connection to breathe rather than forcing it into the shape you want. One of the most liberating truths you'll ever learn is this: this journey isn't even a twin flame journey. This is your spiritual journey. The other person simply carries a frequency that mirrors you so deeply that you awaken in ways you never would have otherwise. The label twin flame is misleading. It carries the flavor of an overly romantic, star-crossed lover's story, a narrative that encourages attachment, obsession, and fantasy. But what this truly is has almost nothing to do with romance and everything to do with consciousness. You are not here to manage a twin flame relationship. You're here to meet yourself in another body. You're here to undergo an awakening so profound that your old identity becomes unrecognizable. When you let go of the label, you let go of the limits it places on your understanding. When you let go of the story, you open the path to genuine transformation. If there is a method to making your twin flame stay, it is this: focus entirely on your spiritual awakening and overall well-being. There is no shortcut. There is no bypass. You must build your inner alignment from the ground up. Here's what this looks like in practical terms. Meditate a lot. Stillness is not optional on this journey. Meditation helps you reconnect to the soul level of the connection rather than the emotional tension of the mind. Eat well. Your physical health and your energetic clarity are directly connected. Nourish your body as if it were the temple for your awakening, because it is. Exercise. Movement channels emotional and energetic turbulence outward that brings you back into your body when your mind wants to drift into obsessive spirals. Get outside. Nature pulls you back into presence and helps you regulate your nervous system. Presence breaks the twin flame obsession cycle better than anything else. But here is the most important caveat. Do not do spiritual practices just to get your twin flame back. It will backfire instantly. The energy of doing this for them is rooted in fear, expectation, and control, the exact things the journey is trying to dissolve. Your soul knows the difference between true spiritual intention and emotional manipulation. Your twin flame doesn't stay because you say the right things, do the right things, or follow the right steps. They stay when you align with the truth of who you are. Union is not something you create between two people. Union is a consciousness you awaken within yourself. And here lies the paradox that every twin flame journey eventually reveals. Once you truly align with your soul, once you genuinely focus on your awakening without needing them, your twin naturally returns. Not because you chase them, not because you work to make them stay, but because you became the most aligned, authentic, spacious version of yourself, the version your soul has always been guiding you toward. Your twin flame stays when you stay with you. That is the only formula there's ever been.